right, guys, so in this one, we're going to have a look at the dreaming feature, and we're also going to have a look at how to set up the HumeAI repo as well. So this is really cool. The OpenClaw does have this feature of right, digesting and thinking and reprocessing all the information and the input and the output going into it, and then building some memories. And these are really cool. So you have a diary feature, you have advanced dot dot dot. That's really cool. I'll let you guys play with that yourself. But in order to actually enable it, all you need to do is press this dreaming on feature. Beforehand it said dreaming off, so you just click on that button on the top right. It'll enable it for you, and then you can also refresh just in case the change doesn't register. And then it'll restart OpenClaw and with the dreaming features on, and you can feel free to play with them. But in this video, I want to talk about the HumeAI app. That was the app that we were just looking at a moment ago, which is available for you on openclaw.frontier.ai. You can feel free to preview what we're going to have OpenClaw build for us in this course. And in order to actually have OpenClaw build this, then we're going to go into hume.ai, get some configuration. You may need an API key from over here. You're going to go into manage account, usage, billing, so on and so forth. Let's see over here. Somewhere over here is an API key. Yeah, the API key is in the developers tab over here, and the personal, and also the secret key. And by the way, I'm gonna give you guys also the URL within the description of the code that OpenClaw should clone. So for example, we're gonna grab this guy over here just like that, and we're gonna tell OpenClaw, I want you to clone this code. Okay, I want you to clone this code and run it with the following env. Okay, with the following .env, just like that. And I'll give him the core, the URL to the code on GitHub, and I'm also going to give him these keys. So you're going to fill out these keys, and then you're going to pass that back into OpenClaw, just like that. All right. And an important note here is regarding the config ID that you see over here. That's actually a really cool feature. If you go into HumeAI, you'll see that you have something called configuration. So I'm going to go into, let's say we have a voice if we want. They have
Well, I remember back in the day,
voices.
we'd sit and talk about dreams, big dreams, and even bigger realities.
All right, and you can see all the different types of voices that you can
I
use.
find that people often dismiss.
Okay, fine, for your for your bot right there, build it. Okay, and you go into configs, and then we're going to create a new config as well. Let's say the customer support, smart companion. I think this is fine. Smart companion config, and it'll create it. It'll choose the voice for you. ... That's really nice. And then it'll also all you need to do is actually save it. And let's see, OpenClaw course. Okay, grab this thing, save it, and save. And then you're going to get something called a config ID. So we're going to copy that config ID from right there, and we're going to put that when we send OpenClaw the config ID right there. It'll give you the secret key and the API key, and that one. And you may not need these two. I think you might be able to get away without them. Geocode API and voice weather, that's fine. And you pretty much just those four keys should be enough for you, and the config ID with the custom configuration. There's other really cool features over here within HumeAI, for example, tools and stuff like that. Okay, so there's all sorts of interesting stuff, new functionality that you can add via the HumeAI interface. But you can do a lot of really cool things with HumeAI. It's a text to speech, and like you saw in the example, you can feel free to demo it on openclaw.frontier.ai. All right, guys, so I hope that you enjoyed that one. That's a little bit about how to configure our voice chat. You're going to tell OpenClaw to clone the repo and set those API keys, and then you're going to also, you'll be able to play with it. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.